storing fireworks exploded in a huge fireball Tuesday and sent pyrotechnics bursting above the scene.
The best fireworks are illegal fireworks. I don't buy fireworks from men with fingers.
Tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Hey, kids! Let me show you something.
California communities have canceled or postponed their 4th of July celebrations due to federal immigration raids.
Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Welcome to Spiritual Insurgency. I'm Jason Lupo, sitting here with my co-host for the day, Jim Miller.
Hello.
And Aaron Lujan.
Hello.
I had to switch it up just because Aaron looks so ready for it. Tomorrow is 4th of July. Hopefully, some people's 4th of Julys are not ruined, even though we already know that plenty 4th of Julys are being ruined because, well, the state of California essentially shut down all of their fireworks shows. They shut down all their fireworks shows in anticipation of the potential for ice raids. It's true. But before we get to that story, let's talk about fireworks exploding because, also in California. Here is an article, NBC News, Phil Hessel. 7 people were unaccounted for Wednesday after a Northern California warehouse storing fireworks exploded in a huge fireball Tuesday and sent pyrotechnics bursting above the scene, officials said. Firefighters responded to the warehouse in the Esparto area northwest of Sacramento around 5:50 p.m. Tuesday and found explosions and numerous buildings on fire. The warehouse then detonated. Helicopter video showed white smoke pouring from the roof before the warehouse erupted into a fireball. 7 individuals remain unaccounted for. The Esparto Fire Protection District and the State Fire Marshal's Office said first responders and investigators are working diligently with the property owner to determine the whereabouts of those individuals. Some Yolo County residents near the scene were forced to flee. There is a reduced risk today, Wednesday, but a risk that still remains, and thus the evacuation orders are still in place, the Fire Protection District and the Fire Marshal's Office said.
Wow.
You only live once.
Yes.
Yolo County.
Quite the irony that firework warehouse explodes in Yolo County.
We'll let them have the YOLO today. I'll allow it.
You'll allow it. Thanks.
So were the 7 people that worked there, or was it in the middle of a shift? I mean, what?
I'm assuming it was people that worked there, but there's no information.
Or was there just a dude? He was like, I'm tired of this, and just lit a cigarette and just.
It was 5:50 p.m.
Oh, somebody's had to work overtime, and they were mad. They're like, I got to get home, but.
I mean, it's 2 days before 4th of July. I'm pretty sure that you're working overtime in a firehouse factory.
Yeah, fireworks factory. Yeah, but
fireworks factory.
I don't know. That sounds insane. How do we? And that's a lot of fireworks. How many did they say? How much was in there?
A lot.
They always do that equivalent to X amount of tons of TNT, and so that they make all the fireworks for all the fireworks shows for like the state, the county, all the city things, all that stuff. That's what this factory particularly did. Because as far as I know, fireworks are super illegal in California.
They are. I'm not. They probably also ship fireworks elsewhere, but it seems like with the amount of stuff that they had, they probably serviced pyrotechnic companies.
And
for a living.
I would love to spill the beans and provide a massively valuable pro tip to anybody listening. The best fireworks are illegal fireworks, and you can find illegal fireworks on the Indian reservations in New Mexico.
Also right across the border in Wyoming.
Or Wyoming. Wyoming is a strong second, but if you go to the Poaque public fireworks stands, you go to San Felipe Pueblo fireworks, you guys are going to...
He's all giving you addresses and stuff. Look, man, you don't want to talk to Todd?
The QR code.
Todd's not his real name. It's just what he does it.
You're going to go to the res and you're going to ask for white feather.
Ask for freaking 2 fingers. He'll get you. Hey, if you see 2 fingers, the less fingers a fireworks stand guy has, the better off you are, honestly.
I don't buy fireworks from men with fingers.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole before.
Don't even talk to me.
That's the before and after 4th of July things. You're like, oh, time to do a finger count. Do I look like the Black what was it, the Black Power Ranger from the 90s thing? Do I have 4 fingers or 5? Fireworks finger counts before and after. Make sure you're doing good.
And if you want to save money and you want to live on the edge, ask for some cake. Those are repackaged fireworks.
Repackaged fireworks? The returns.
The returns. The factory defects.
The returns. The guy's like, look, man, this thing just doesn't explode. I lit it 4 times. It didn't go.
You got a 20% chance of blowing up your house.
1% chance. It's just ready to go. The returns.
Are you down to take the chance?
Are you down to take? Sir, we got a whole pile of firework returns over here.
Make it into cake, big dog.
There's just a dude over there with hooks next to it. Hey, man, I got a deal for you on a whole pallet of return fireworks.
Multiple Southern California fireworks shows have been canceled following a state investigation into the company hired to provide the pyrotechnics. The cities of Lancaster, Palmdale, La Puente, Linwood were forced to cancel or revise their shows after the California State Fire Marshal raided the warehouse of Expo Shows Inc. in Kern County this week on suspicion of illegal activity. This company had fraudulently contracted with nearly a dozen cities across the state to perform 4th of July shows, and now, unfortunately, those cities are left trying to find other firework companies. Chief Mike Richwine of the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection.
I was thinking of Fire Marshal Bill, too. Hey, kids.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, kids! Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
No, look. What the funniest part of what you just said, though, is the part where they're like, we're trying to find fireworks, guys. We don't know where to find. Look, you can ask anybody in any town.
We got to finish the story. Give me a sec.
All right. I'm just saying.
You guys got to let me finish reading. My gosh, you guys are like, no more
Jason
coffee.
Lupo.
No more coffee. We believe they violated at least 15 various fireworks and explosive laws and regulations, Richwine said. Contractor's permit was canceled, according to a statement from the city of La Puente, which said it was replacing its fireworks display with a patriotic laser light show. It's unfortunate after 2 years of COVID and no fireworks shows, we are not able to move forward with the fireworks show this year, La Puente City Council member David Arguido told the San Gabriel Valley Tribune. This an article from LA Times by Haley Smith.
First of all, you got to say it like an LA Chola, La Puente. You said La Puente.
Yeah, dude.
You said it like an Anglo-man from Colorado.
Said it like Cane's chicken, only the sauce is good.
I'm from La Puente.
Yeah, it's La Junta. Over there in La Junta.
La Junta.
I like Cane's chicken. No, I just think it's funny how they're acting like they can't find fireworks anywhere. I mean, come on, you can ask anybody from the age of about 14, 15 on up in town. Hey, where can I get some fireworks up? Oh, look, hey, man, you just got to go. Just head over here. Just go here, down to the left. Meet by the big rock or the tree. Go by the old freaking, what is it, the fairgrounds and stuff. There'll be a man over there. One arm, one leg, and a hook. He'll get you hooked up.
Yes, sir.
All right, in other news, KTLA reporting this from Will Connie Bear. Love these reporter names.
What's the names?
She's a Care Bear? Commie Bear? Like she's a communist bear, like Marxist bear?
Well, it's Will, so I don't think it's a she.
We don't know.
It is California's, so
maybe it's a they, them. Maybe it's a they, them. You never know.
More Southern California communities have canceled or postponed their 4th of July celebrations due to federal immigration raids occurring across the region. Among the most prominent canceled events is the Gloria Molina Grand Park Summer Block Party, originally scheduled for July 4th. According to the event's website, postponement comes in light of recent events affecting a portion of downtown Los Angeles and the ongoing circumstances impacting the region. No official rescheduled date was announced. The website only stated that Summer Block Party will be held later in the summer. In Cuday, a city where 97% of population identifies as Hispanic, celebration originally set for July 3rd has been postponed. Officials have announced parks will remain open and regular programming is set to continue as scheduled. The community of Bell Gardens, which borders Cuday, has canceled a concert and 2 outdoor movie showings, including one that was scheduled for this past Saturday and another planned for July 3rd. City officials said the cancellations were out of an abundance of caution regarding concerns for resident safety over federal immigration enforcement activities. These people are complicit in the protection of illegal activity, illegal immigrants in the state of California all across.
Openly.
Yes.
Openly protected.
Blatantly.
Openly.
Asking for gang members to get in confrontation with federal law enforcement officers. Did you guys see that video of that Democrat mayor in one of the LA communities that basically is now under FBI investigation for calling for violence on behalf of gang members to engage with federal agents? I don't know about you, but the last time I checked the definition of treason, that is classical treason. A democratically elected official calling for violence on behalf of gang members to face off with law enforcement agencies.
Well, I think it's also showing what his allegiances are to as well. It's showing that mayor that he just cares more about criminals than anything else. he would prefer to align with criminals than ever do anything that's proper and make it actually better or safe. So that's definitely showing his what is it? How's that go? Showing his stripes, his colors. Yeah.
Consider the irony. Anybody familiar with LA politics? So Gloria Molina was one of the most radical left-wing social justice warriors, Viva la Raza, complete, I would call Mexican nationalist. And the park was named after her. So where this raid was going to take place was on a park named the Gloria Molina Park. That's just hilarious for anybody that's vaguely familiar with LA politics. But did you guys hear about, I think it was Kudai, the mayor of Kudai or something?
That dude's name.
It was a chick.
Oh.
Vice mayor accused of inciting violence. Did local councilwoman urge gangs to organize over LA ICE raids? This is out of the LA Times. Cynthia Gonzalez, vice mayor of the southeast LA County suburb of Kudai, is coming under fire for a video she posted on social media in which she appeared to call on street gangs to organize in the face of immigration sweeps. In the video, which has since been taken down, she's quote said, "I want to know where all the cholos are at in Los Angeles. You guys tag everything up, claiming hood, and now that your hood's being invaded by the biggest gang there is, there ain't a peep out of you." Quote, "It's everyone else who's not about the gang life that's out there protesting and speaking up," she said. Quote, "We're out there fighting our turf, protecting our people, and like, where you at? Where you at, Jason?
Where you at?
Where you at?
In my turf."
She's a vice mayor. She is a elected official in Los Angeles County, ladies and
Sound
gentlemen.
like super golfers. I'm protecting my turf. No, this sounds dumb. This lady sounds dumb.
She's very.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If she was like calling on that, like, "Hey, go handle all like the sex traffickers or the rapists or the pedos or something," like, be like, "Take care of your neighborhood," I'd be like, "All right, I don't see nothing." But
I mean, this is a clear, like, organized crime that exists within the government. It's just the corruption is crazy.
well, it's showing who they're aligned with. They're not aligned with the law-abiding citizen or the person just going about their day, living their life ever, or who funds the whole setup, because we're taxed to death on it. It's not like she's going, "Oh, hey, all you gang members, go make sure that nobody gets robbed leaving the thing." She's not like asking them to do like decency things or something.
This is the problem with 11% local turnouts in elections.
And the system likes it.
And the reality is like, I'm familiar with these communities. The majority of the people living in Kudai are working poor, hardworking families, abiding by the law. They're not interested in having gangs in their neighborhoods. These are people that own their homes that are basically forced to stay in these places because they've been priced out of buying a new house and being able to shoulder a mortgage. A lot of these are second, third generation homes. A lot of these people are your mechanics, your janitors, your groundskeepers, your landscapers, and these are just
They're
your
feeding
chefs.
their kids, taking care of their family, and that's it.
And it's a shameful thing that this woman, goes out there and almost represents good, law-abiding, hardworking people in these communities, because the majority of these people just mean well. Like Jim said, they just want to feed their kids. Democrat mayors are inciting the worst segments of their community, and it's just a shame. It's a shame for the hardworking people of South LA.
So the one big beautiful bill still on schedule for a July 4th final presidential decree signature. Passed through some key critical points in the House yesterday. Didn't think it was going to at one point. It looks like there was more deals cut, and they got it passed. Hakeem Jeffries currently is giving a very, 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 very long speech. We're at 4 hours thus far. He's attempting to hold up this process because the only thing that the Dems can do at this point is stall. So he's at 4 hours so far. How long will he go? That's the magic question.
Snacks? Does he have a catheter in? I mean, I got questions sometimes when they do this stuff because I'm
You wear
no
that?
idea.
Does he wear a diaper?
Yeah, is he just up there? He's like, "Look, man, this is a Depends commercial, and they're going to be dependent on me." And he just puts some Depends on and just makes us out of that.
I'm
Hakeem, and I'm here for Depends.
Unlike the state of Colorado, where you have to keep your debate on point to the bill,
To the topic.
do you remember who was it that was reading Dr. Seuss?
So that they just, this is part of all that filibuster nonsense, right?
Yeah.
If I understand correctly, just fill up some time, take up some space, do some nonsense. So a very, very, very good representation of the government in the modern era, just filling up a product.
It was Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz read Green Eggs and Ham.
Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Ted Cruz. God bless Ted Cruz.
Yeah, God bless Ted Cruz, except his nonsensical crap on the Tucker Carlson.
It's a Southern compliment. Bless his sweet little God-loving heart.
Here's some sweet tea, darling.
That was 12 years ago.
That dude's been in politics that long now, man.
Ted Cruz has been in politics for like 20 plus years.
That's insane. That's the thing though too. They need to not be having that anymore.
I want rights to that audio and start playing it for children at public schools.
But you do have to give him credit.
With subtitles?
Ted Cruz.
So-
Green Eggs and Ham with Ted Cruz.
So Ted Cruz lasted 21 hours.
I don't think Joaquin's gonna do no 20.
It's like that Too Short song. I go on and on and.
I mean, to sit there and speak for 21 hours is absolutely crazy. I don't think Hakeem Jeffries is going to stay that long. But, they're probably going to try everything that they can to delay this bill.
I dare you to edit the Too Short audio into that clip.
I go on and on.
So, anyways, as we spoke about more than a month ago, this bill looks quite different than it originally did. I do want to talk about one thing because Ted Cruz snuck in the AI regulation.
What does
and
that
if
mean?
you're not familiar, basically,
Does it
in
stop
short,
Terminators or does
no.
it more?
In short, what it says is that states that agree to allow the federal government to set the guidelines for AI companies rather than the states creating their own guidelines would receive a chunk of money to implement AI into the state. This is in an effort to basically keep up with China was the quoted reason that China is ahead of us in AI development. And so essentially by AI companies having to work with every single state's regulations, it would slow down the process of them being able to develop product. And so this tried to get the states to agree to the federal government setting the guidelines with a financial incentive. So this was pushed in by Ted Cruz, part of the little backroom negotiations that took place in order to swing some of the senators' votes over. Definitely more moderate in a lot of key states or in a lot of key ways. And once again, taking away states' rights or attempting to take states' rights away with something that's very controversial in a lot of people's minds with AI.
Think of that Ronald Reagan stuff with the highways and the drinking age and the original Mothers Against Drunk Drivers and giving all that state stuff of like, oh, we'll do this or you ain't going to get no road funding and this and that unless you follow the federal law for drinking age and driver's license and speed limits and all that stuff. But I'll be the first one to say, dude, I'm terrified of AI. I don't use it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't like it. It actually terrifies the tar out of me. I don't like it at all.
Hearing Jason's explanation just sounds like typical swampish payoff bribery behavior. If you hand over your state sovereignty, if you hand over your authority to your constitutionally appointed authority over to a centralized federal government that's bought and paid for by the technocracy, you get to have some money. Here's the goodies. Here's your 12 pieces of Judas silver.
Thanks for giving us the cereal. Here's the prize at the bottom.
I guess I'm wrong, guys. I obviously was traveling way too much this last week.
Oh.
The Senate struck out the AI provision.
Good.
Okay, nice.
But it's important that it was
AI tells me it was voted 99-1
that's
to
a
remove it
conflict of
from the
interest,
Senate.
Jason. That's a conflict.
The AI is telling you about the AI stuff. It's like, and at the bottom, it's like, no.
Go back to the old days of 2023 with search engines and Googles.
All right. Now it's kind of weird to be.
Be old fashioned.
Yeah, those of you guys that missed 2 days ago's show, I was in Nebraska, drove back, got back at 8 o'clock, left the next day for Pennsylvania, was in Pennsylvania for 36 hours, got back last night at like 10 o'clock at night, and here I am doing this show. So it's been a long couple weeks, most of which I did not spend, keeping up. I tried to stay up to date on the one big, beautiful bill as it's been a marathon of itself.
I'm glad the AI stuff's gone, personally speaking. I don't like it.
Well, I think we can.
You're right, dude. It's not just the surrendering the states' liberties and freedoms and sovereignty and rights. It's actually they're having these state representatives sell for a buck or two their constituents rights, liberties, freedoms, and sovereignty and stuff all the time. It's not just the AI thing. They do it with all kinds of stuff constantly.
Well,
so to agree with you 100% on that, Aaron, it's that's what they do all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in. I don't think the general public and the church understands the revolution that we are under right now. I don't believe we understand the magnitude of where we sit inside of history. I believe this is the new industrial revolution. I believe everything as we know it is going to change forever. Literally, the underpinning of society is going to be quantum computing and artificial intelligence. When you have Palantir, look it up. Palantir is a government contractor that has a deal with every major governmental agency, and they want to merge all of your data into one singular record. So Department of Homeland Security has your records, the IRS has your financial records, Health and Human Services has your medical records, the telecom companies have your digital footprint, Google has your search history. They want to merge all of this data and create a Chinese style social credit system. That is exactly what is being constructed before our eyes. And I think a major deal was cut during the Iranian-Israeli conflict when Trump was hitting those sites. I want to believe that there was something snuck in the Senate or in Congress that further empowered this AI revolution.
Well, Trump for peace. Trump has gotten a lot of peace deals done just this last couple months. He's eyeing a peace deal between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Believes that that'll be done in less than 60 days. Also, news coming out that a possible peace deal between Syria and Israel is currently on the table, most likely possible by the end of 2025. Things are looking like they're getting peaceful, which, for those of you that care much about eschatology, could really signal the revolutions.
Yeah,
And
the temple.
yes. I don't necessarily believe that the building of the third temple is a part of the end times, but the peace, I think, is definitely prophesied about.
It's feeling PC.
It's feeling really PC.
PC, not PC.
Not politically correct, but
I know,
PC.
just
But like
the
PC.
double entendre. You're good. I got in. But no, iterate a little further on this because I'm not exactly entirely sure. I know what you guys are.
Jason Lupo's our resident eschatologist.
which I'm totally not.
Yeah.
Well, that's in comparison to me.
So there's a period of peace that's supposed to last, 40 years?
Yeah, sure.
There's a 40-year period of peace that's supposed to come before the great persecution of the church,
True believers.
the tribulation, and then comes the rapture, if that's how you believe it. If you're a post-trib rapturist. If you're a pre-trib rapturist, then it's going to come
I'm a velociraptorist.
before the tribulation. Or as somebody I know said, he's a pan tribulation, and I said, what do you? He goes, yeah,
Your pan joke?
no. He goes, do you know what that means? And I go, no. He goes, I don't really know. All I know is it'll all pan out.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Can you be a trans-tribulationalist?
I don't know what a trans tribulationist is.
I think that peace is good, but yeah, I think that for the true believers, people that believe Jesus on his word when he says, you will know, there will be signs, there will be wonders. You won't know the time or the hour, but it'll be like birth pains. And there will be certain prophecies that will be fulfilled. And so we do believe as the church that the Bible is our timeline. And God does have an interest in giving us a preview. There's certain things that he does not want us to be ignorant of. He does have, watchmen. And so I think it's important to pay attention to the biblical timeline. And yeah, things are getting real. We should probably do a show naming the specific prophecies that have been fulfilled, truly educating ourselves on eschatology and biblical prophecy.
100%. Well, this is Spiritual Insurgency. Join us every day. God bless.
War better be better.